Hey, Presley, what did you want to get out of the day, and kind of how did the day go for you, and what did you want to kind of focus on outside of whatever you learned at the combine specifically?
Yeah, just to show, really just to show my skill set again. Like, why not, do it again? Show all these scouts, coaches, and GMs what I can do one more time.
You have any special plans for draft night? What do those plans look like?
Nothing too special. Probably just the usual, gather some family and friends around back at home in Austin, Texas.
You only spent in your 1 year at Ole Miss. How do you feel like you've grown, and how do you feel like that's gotten you ready for this draft process?
Yeah, I think my 1 year here, I feel like I've grown just as a player, mentally, the game, knowing the game more, having the NFL coaching experience that I had in my Coach Lou Spanos, having him really just teaching me everything he knows, being a coach that was in the NFL for 15 years, really, helped me out and helped me to grow for the next level.
You said on the SEC Network broadcast a few teams have been interested in you. I just want to ask how those conversations were and what kind of player would those teams get if they draft you?
Yeah, the conversations usually are pretty much the same. They ask about my life at home, and then they pull up some tape, and we go through some film. And you said what would the teams be getting?
Yeah, like what kind of person are they?
Yeah, as a person, I would just say I was raised in a Nigerian household, you know what I'm saying? So we was raised heavy on respect. Like, that was a big value. So just a respectful young man that knows how to talk to people, knows how to go about things the right way, a good person. But I do want to say what type of player they'll be getting. I think they'll be getting a game changer, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm a game changer. Whenever I'm in the game, I think I can really change the game for teams. Like, if you go back at games this past season, whenever a big moment is needed on defense, a sack, a TFL, I feel like that's when I show up the most.
Let's say up top, you had the Senior Bowl, you had the Combine, you had Pro Day. How do you think, being in front of NFL eyes for those three opportunities, how do you think you've grown from each one? And, what are you most looking forward to at the next level?
Yeah, the Senior Bowl was the first experience, and I'm glad. I was very glad for it because I got to learn from NFL staff that having that be my first experience. So it was just great learning from that NFL staff. I didn't really know that it was how much of a difference it was from college to the NFL as far as the play goes, and it is a big difference. So having that as the first experience, the Senior Bowl was really beneficial going into the Combine and Pro Day. What was the last thing you said?
Just talking about building on each one, and then what are you most looking forward to at the next level?
Most looking forward to, man, probably just playing in an NFL stadium. I've never been inside of an NFL. Well, I have been inside. I've never went to an NFL game. So the first NFL game I go to is going to be the one I play in.
Not much of a draft question, but you mentioned working with Lou Spanos. You're seeing Prince will work with Lou Spanos a lot too. What are those conversations like with him? Did you talk to him about Lou Spanos before he got here?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him about Coach Spanos much before he committed, but after he committed, I told him, I was just like, whatever Lou is telling you, just listen to him because he's right. Every time they ask me who my coach was and I mention him whenever I'm in an interview with the NFL team, they always say, oh, Lou Spanos, he's very, very known around the NFL, and his knowledge is just unmatched.
What do you like about this Ole Miss team next year? Losing a lot, but obviously your brother's here now, and Austin's taking over for Jackson. What do you like about Ole Miss moving forward, and what would your advice be to those guys that are coming up and they're about to be in this process as well, right, about how to handle it?
Yeah, this Ole Miss team coming up, I think the coaches did a great job of filling in the spots that filling in the positions that were needed. Like me, I left. The D line had a lot of guys leave, and I feel like Coach Joyner and Coach Lou, they did a good job of just reloading that room. I feel like we didn't have a drop off at quarterback. Austin Simmons is a great quarterback, so I think they'll have a great season next season, hopefully. And my advice to them going through this process, I would just say, try to be a pro before you become a pro. Like, do all the things that you need to do in order to make this process easier while you're still in college.
Hey, Princey. So my question is more so on the when it comes to the agency side. I mean, agents, of course, they play a major role. You're trusting them to really serve your best interest as a player. So when it came to selecting representation, what were you looking for? What were you looking for in representation?
Yeah, I was just looking for like someone who was genuine. You know what I'm saying? Didn't because being a top player, you got a lot of guys just throwing money at you and things of that nature. So just someone who was genuine and really experienced in it. Also, I was looking for experience. But yeah, like I would say, my college career after my junior year of college is when agents really started hitting me up, and I really ignored all of them until it was time to think about that. So I feel like, yeah, just trying to get someone who is genuine, and I ended up signing with an agent that's with Clutch. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to meet LeBron James. I told him, "Nah, I'm playing," but yeah, but yeah, it felt like it was the best. He was the best decision. He just happened to be with Clutch. So, but yeah.
As far as your conversations with teams, I mean, you see mocks, and there's wide ranges for where you could be in the first round to the second round. Have you gotten an idea about maybe the range in terms of going through this process and where you're going to end up?
Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard from my agent. He was like, a couple weeks ago, he was like, if the draft was today, your clock would probably be ticking around pick 23, and I'm always grateful. God is so good that I've been blessed in this position. But yeah, 23 and on, I would say from now, who knows what can happen though from now until the day of the draft. But I just feel like the type of tape I put out last season, I shouldn't be anywhere outside the top 20. But hey, I ain't the one picking. But it is what it is. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.